Nice fish. Very nice fish. Got a little fish just a few seconds after getting here. It's a really good start. Looks like we got it on the nymph. Beautiful little rainbow. That first little rainbow, nice little rainbow, was on the dropper. That's the Waltz worm from driftstone fly fishing in the US. They do ship to Canada. It's a really nice current break right here where three currents are fighting, and there's some nice kind of eddying and stuff. Fish could hide in there. Lots of little rocks in there too. Fish could hide in there, but haven't had any bites since that first little rainbow. Just had a nice fish go for that. I guess that means we're in the juice. He went for the dry fly too. Would love to stimulate the dry fly bite. I just got that fish to chase a little bit. Squirrels are popping up. Little goofballs. I just went to kind of roll cast, and I had a little fish on the dropper. Oh, he just came off right there, right in the shallows. It came off. Okay. Boy, it's beautiful out here. Definitely a different experience than the Bow River, and a different experience than most of what I get to fish in BC, so pretty thankful for this vacation. Okay. It's pretty, even though this is all gravelly, and you can see there's like this huge cut bank that's falling into the river, like, you know, all this like shale stuff chipping away. I don't know what you call it, but the ground in front of us is actually really sandy and like oily. So not a ton of structure on this side. I actually think I should go fish the other side, maybe on the way back. Oh, just had a nice fish on. I was not ready for it. Oh man, that was a nicer fish, and I flubbed it. He took the dry fly. Well, I went to go release that fish. I just found a hole in my net that I have to patch. So I guess I gotta patch this later, but that's 2 fish to net, guys. That one took the dry fly, and I'm sure that I saw other fish flashing in here, like multiple other fish, so let's get back in the water. Working my way over. It's a little bit of a seam over there. Oh, there we go. Oh, he just came off. There's a fish right in the seam I was trying to target. That's okay. Big dry fly, man. It's a lot for some of these fish to get into their mouth and stay there. And you know, barbless hooks are fantastic, but Sometimes they come out a little easier. And that's great. I think there's a ledge right there. Could be fish tucked up under there. I don't know if I can get anyone to come out and play. Yeah, there's definitely a rock ledge there. Very interesting. Yeah. Got a nice fish. I just had a nice fish on the nymph right under that ledge. Okay. Oh man. That's too bad. I bet there's more under there though. That's the sexy Waltz worm from Driftstone. Does work on trout in California, Northern California. Now that's a beautiful piece of water. I'm going to try to hit that again on the way back. There's a lot of good water, but I'm guessing that, I mean, I've never fished this system before actually, so I don't really know if this is normal or a little abnormal considering the conditions this year. That, I would think right in here should be a fish. Yeah, right there, let that drift in. Yeah, fish just came up for it. They seem to kind of like this kind of water. Just had them hooked on again. I wonder if there's a couple fish in there. He keeps missing it and coming back for it, which is kind of encouraging. Oh, I had him on the dropper. So he went for the dry 3 times, and then I kind of looked like he was inspecting it again. And then he saw the dropper and he's like, okay, I'll go for that. So that's okay, we got a little bend in our rod. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, just had a little fish miss it. I could get rid of the dropper, change my dry fly for the way back to something smaller, a little elk hair. But then again, I hooked the biggest fish on the dropper under that ledge, and I'd like to hit that again. So we'll just leave it. We'll just keep it simple. I don't think we'll change our flies at all today. Nice fish. Nice fish on the dry. There we go. Beautiful fish. Good morning, guys. Today we're fishing a small stream in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains in Alberta, and I just love it out here. I've been fishing for a little while already this morning. I wanted to wait for the sun to come out to do my intro. So yeah, today we're fishing for brown trout, rainbow trout, whatever's in here, potentially bull trout as well. The water's pretty skinny, and I think the holes where bull trout and some of the bigger fish would normally hang out, they're pretty low. The biggest fish we hooked onto was probably, 11, 12 inches. Nice wild fish. Sorry, there's some crazy bug action going over here. I'll show you that in a minute. We're fishing 2 rods. One of them I've let get into the trees. On my 5-weight, I'm fishing hopper dropper setup, because in Alberta you can fish up to 3 flies. I just want 2. Here's a big old grasshopper from Trout Flies, Utah. It's got some foam, it's got a bunch of legs. It's not really grasshopper season, but it works as a really good indicator. And then about 20 inches down we have Sexy Waltz worm. It's got a bit of a red hot spot and a big old bead. So it's getting down. Actually, one of the fish we got to net was on that, and we lost one nice fish on that dropper, and then we lost another small fish on the dropper. And then we lost a couple fish on that big old hopper, but they were small fish, so I'm not too worried about it. The other thing, I was gonna fish today, I'm not sure if I'm gonna throw it. There are a couple holes we passed where we might be able to throw it. Is this big old game changer. Big old black game changer. That's about 3 inches long. It's unweighted, so I've got a sink tip and then a bit of a split shot 10 inches above. I was primarily going to use that for bull trout, but the water I've been fishing, there's only a couple spots where I might throw that on the way back to the car. I've got about another hour on river before I gotta book it, so I'm gonna fish one more hole this way, then we're gonna head back, and hopefully we'll get a couple more fish for you guys. Guys, while I'm walking back, fishing my way back, can you do me a favor? Can you give me a thumbs up on this video, please? It helps my video spread to more people. They could see my fun small stream adventures, some beautiful wild Alberta rainbow trout. That's one of the prettiest fish I've ever caught back there, so do me that favor, I'd appreciate it. A little run over here. Oh, actually, this is the undercut. This is that undercut from before. We had a nice fish on the nymph. We're trying again here. Not the right cast. That's a good cast. I think I just saw a flash. I think I see the fish actually. Nice fish. Very nice fish. On the nymph. Very nice fish. Don't come off. He's heavy. Okay. Very nice fish. Don't go under those rocks, buddy. Don't do that to me. Oh, my rod is down there. I guess we gotta go get that. Beautiful fish, guys. Beautiful, beautiful bully. I'm glad I came back to that undercut bank. That was a thrill. But we gotta keep moving. But that was a very, very nice fish to catch on our way back. It's like I said, I had certain pieces of water I wanted to hit, and that undercut bank was one of them, because I'm pretty sure I hooked that same fish, or one slightly smaller on the way up. And he got off pretty quickly, so. Well, he got off instantly, but under a second. But I knew he was in there. This is really good water here, but maybe they just want to be closer to current. If the water was higher and colder, same time of year, just, you know, a couple inches higher, this water would be amazing, I think. As it is now, I think a lot of the fish want to be pretty much right in those riffles, get more oxygen. Part of me wishes I'd taken 10 minutes today and thrown that black streamer, but you know, I was just going with the water conditions. Frankly, there was nothing I really needed it for. You can see bull trout will take small nymphs too. You don't need aggro patterns, but it would be awesome to get a bull trout on a streamer. Well guys, I had a lot of fun in this session. Caught my first ever bull trout, and it was a very nice fish. Caught a beautiful 11-inch rainbow, a couple of small guys, and hooked a bunch of other fish that didn't make it to net, but I don't know, it's pretty epic. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you're still here and you forgot to do it earlier, and subscribe if you want to see more of my adventures.